Yeah. Let's see who jumps in here, huh? Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday. I got about 10 minutes here before I have to run and do something, so I figured I would just jump on YouTube because you can do that, and it's awesome. So this is just an open forum. Feel free to ask me anything regarding gear, lessons, anything at all. Any questions you might have guitar related or even not guitar related. And like I said, I got about 10 minutes or so. Otherwise, I'll just kind of jam and I'll see if anything kind of pops up on the screen here. Tourette's. It's guitar Tourette's. That's what it is. Alright. Yeah. Alright, got a thumbs up. That's good. Oh, nice question. Hey, Jamie. So my preferred pickup setup's on the 594. So, this guitar is a force of nature, by the way. This is, the more I spend time with this thing, the more I just fall in love with it. So, obviously this has humbuckers, right? And that sound, you know, it's just got it. But where my favorite setting is probably the neck pickup, but you know, with the coil split, you know, with it, you know, just the one wind, the single coil. Doesn't sound like a Strat, you know, it doesn't sound like, you know, single, but it has got such an airiness, such a transparent, clear. I love this sound, just the. Even in the middle with both of them. I mean, you just hear everything with it. It is hard to put down, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, and it's simple, it's easy, and it works so well over everything. And especially when you're practicing and you're, I don't know how to explain it, but I always try to remain pretty clean when I'm just working on stuff, and these through a nice clean amp or even direct like I am now, they just sing, and you hear every little bit. Hear that? It's like everything. Just sustained for days. That's it, man. Bridge pickup, do it on the single coil setting. That is my that's I'm addicted to it on this guitar. The 5 this thing is no joke. I'm telling you. This I know we all play a lot of guitars. I play a lot of PRSs. I play a lot of Gibsons and Fenders and Suhrs and all kinds of stuff. But like this in my opinion, I mean this. I made a video about this, but like this really changed the way that I play. I never started doing that non-fretted instrument style vibrato, where you kind of go up and down. And we're used to doing the, like that, or the. But as far as the forward and back, I never had a guitar where like it was that noticeable, and I was like, oh man, as soon as I got this thing, I was messing with it, and I was like, man, I gotta work on your vibrato. All right, let's see what that says here. I saw something pop up here. Hang tight here. Can you give me a quick idea of the opening boogie riff in Footloose? That is it's something like that, right? I think it's an A, and from what I remember, it's just you're trying to get that chromatic sound. So you're going G, and you can either slide to G sharp and then get that A on the 5th string, or you can bend it. And again, I don't want to be incorrect here. Put me on the spot, but I feel like on the last one, it hits the open E string and kind of delays it. So it's like, right? And then it does that, that's your A7 there, so, but hitting root, 3rd, flat 7, right? Creating the sound of, A7. So you got to have, 2 guitars, 2 parts. You got that. Right? But I believe it's root 3 and then flat 7. I hope that's helpful. I hope that's what you're talking about. Let's see what else popped up here. Oh, yeah. Alright, cool. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm just popped in on Friday. I got about 5 more minutes or so, and it's just kind of open. We can talk about anything you want. Feel free to ask something, or I'll just kind of noodle around. I'm going to try to make a habit of this, just kind of jumping on and being present in the YouTube community and letting you guys just kind of, we can talk about whatever. David, what's the best way to riff in a given key? Dude, there's no answer to that one. You know, I don't, you know, because it's not, we're not talking about genres, you know, or whatever. But I would say, just to give you a quick answer of something that I always typically do, is just, you know, I kind of divert back to like a funk bass type of root, you know. So let's say I'm in A, right, and I start here, and I'm trying to riff. So I'm trying to come up with something riffy, some type of groove. I usually just start, you know, just thinking like I'm in this shape, right, and I just start, you know, root, and hit the other root, and then try to find stuff around it. Right? It's usually what I start doing. I know that really didn't answer your question, but it's a pretty unanswerable question, but I appreciate it. I do. If you give me more details, maybe I'll squeeze it in here. Let's see. Okay, got a question here from Camille. I'm looking for a way to use old school 12-bar blues in a more contemporary way, a la John Mayer, Joe Satriani. All right, well, there's a couple different pieces to kind of unfold in there. When you say contemporary, you know, I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I'm assuming what you want to do is get away from the standard 1-4-5, you know, that progression. You want to know the difference between blues and rock. Well, you know, again, this is a and also pretty unanswerable question. So here's the thing. You know, the feel of the blues, the shuffle, right? The triplet feel of the blues is the major rhythmic component, I would say, you know. You have slow blues, you have fast blues, but, you know, basically things are felt in 3. Even if it's written in 4/4, you're feeling it as a triplet, right? You're feeling that, you know. Or even if it's a slow blues and you're doing it in 12, it's still divided by 3. You know, that. Right? And so you got that feel part. That's like the first major component. The second major component is just like the form. You know, it's a 1-4-5. It's a quick change or a slow change. You know, is it 1, 4, 5, 1? Now, when you talk about like what rock is, you know, rock, again, you know, this is a very hard answer to question to answer because it's pretty, you know, based on you. But, you know, rock music, it just stems from the blues, man. It just does. You know, that feel, that swung feel and the changes, you know, you can, here's what I'm trying to say, all right? That you can keep the changes and have a different feel. So you can still do 1-4-5 and not have a blues-based feel. Or you can keep a blues-based feel and, you know, just have different changes. Like, here's a good example, like AC/DC, right? You do like Whole Lotta Rosie. Right? Totally different chords, right? But it's still got that bluesy, it's still got that feel, right? So it's a mix and match. You can do as little or as much as you want. Let's see. Let me take one more, but then I gotta run. Yeah, well, Josh, I know it's exhausting, and there's infinite explanations. Camille, I'm glad that that's helpful. I really, really am. I appreciate you asking the question. Let me see. I saw one other thing. All right. Should I master the major scale in all positions first before learning a different scale? No. No. That you should always be working on multiple things, right? You don't have to, as much as a teacher, especially when I make courses and stuff, you know, you have to teach linearly and step by step. But none of us really live like that, and none of us really play like that. And especially if you're playing out and you're gigging, you're going to have major songs. You're going to have minor songs, right? You're going to have bluesy songs. You're going to have country songs. So it's not like you have a gig and you say, well, I haven't mastered my major scale, so we're just not going to have any minor songs in the set list. That's ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous. So you always want to be working towards those goals of, you know, I'm comfortable with this pentatonic, I'm comfortable with this major scale, with this minor scale. But, you know, you don't pigeonhole yourself and put yourself in a situation where you can't, you know, go out and play. You can't have fun. You know, you can't enjoy yourself learning music because, you know, I have to do this before I have to do this before I have to do this. I know that's how courses and books are laid out, but the real truth is that, you know, for the rest of your life, you're always going to be working on this rhythm thing, this lead thing, you know, this vocal part, this, you know, you're always going to be coming from all sides because you're going to hear something and you're going to be like, whoa, what's that? Or someone's going to teach you something, you'll see something on YouTube and you're going to go, whoa, what's that? And you're always going to go on these tangents. And people are always coming up with new stuff, and inspiration always comes from different places. So, no is the easy answer to your question. Know that you need to work on those things, and when you find the time, you know, obviously you're going to want to learn your major scale before you do like melodic minor, you know. It's going to be very obvious when you jump in over your head because you don't have the tools to understand those more advanced things. But basic, you know, major and minor and pentatonics versus 7-note scales, just you kind of do them all at once, you know, and you put them in context, learn different songs. That's the main thing. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I got to roll, but like I said, keep your eyes and ears open. Hit that bell if you like these kinds of lessons so you get notified whenever I do videos or go live. I'm going to try to do more of this. Have a great day.